Trump?
There's not many people to choose from, man.
Okay, so why is he the best option?
Out of him and Kamala Harris?
Him and Kamala Harris, yeah.
I guess I've always grew up in a MAGA household, and I've been fed Trump's criteria and what he wants and what he likes. And I feel like Kamala Harris carried a bunch of empty promises, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Really? Did Kamala Harris say that she was going to do no new wars and then start a war? Did Kamala Harris say that she was going to release the Epstein files and then not release the Epstein files? Did Kamala Harris say that she was going to end the Russia-Ukraine war in 24 hours and then a year and a half later it's still not over?
No. Listen, there's a bunch of bullshit that Trump does that I don't fully support. So it's hard to say I'm MAGA. I'd more rather say I'm Republican, if that makes more sense.
Yeah, but you would still vote for Trump over Harris.
Over Kamala, yes.
Yeah, so you're still for Trump.
Exactly.
In that respect.
Yes. I don't think I'd ever swing at this if you don't mind. Why can't you? I feel like you're so one-sided when it comes to these sort of things, and that's my biggest issue with like you and Dean and others. I guess because I'm, like I said, a Republican, and I see your views and my views, and I take both of them into account. I feel like you're so one-sided, you're so arrogant to one side's views. So can you tell me one thing that you like about Trump?
Operation Warp Speed.
Tell me what that is?
Huh?
I'm not as versed in that. Can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, it's the fast tracking for the vaccines during the pandemic.
Okay. And what do you think of ICE?
I think it should be abolished and border enforcement should be restructured in the federal government, in which it can't be changed by the executive branch so easily. I think that they should be going after people who've committed violent and serious offenses, and those that have not committed a violent or serious offense should be given a pathway to citizenship, where they don't have to leave the country until we have a quicker legal immigration process. Great point.
And that's one of the many things I'm pretty pissed off with the Trump administration for. And like I said, I am MAGA, but there are a few things like that as a good as a good example as to why I don't support that, I guess. But I don't think it would be as useful to totally abolish it. I understand reconstructing it and redoing it in a much cleaner way. I think he's making himself look very stupid the way he's doing it. It's very arrogant. But I think ICE is needed. There's a lot of illegal immigrants that are undocumented that are, like you said, many people have been killed by them. And we can't pick and choose who we want to deport. So we have to deport all of them early because they're not documented. That's my view on it. Now the way they're going about it, very, very unprofessional, very rude. It's not a very humane way to do it.
Can I tell you what the Democratic position is on the matter? The Democratic position, because I told you what my position was. The Democratic position on the matter is that they should criminalize undocumented entry, prioritize going after those that have committed violent and serious offenses, and then make the legal process go quicker. And I feel like there's no basis to disagree with that from your perspective. It seems like you agree with that.
Yes, I do. I definitely do.
It seems like you agreed with Harris's policy. It's just Donald Trump had a lot of propaganda and fear-mongering about the immigration policy of the Biden administration because he undermined a bipartisan border bill that would have secured the border and would have made the legal process go quicker.
Well, the democratic process let millions of undocumented illegal aliens come in. So I don't see how the Harris would have been any better in that aspect. I think she was in control of that for the last 4 years, and she didn't do anything about it.
I just told you they tried to pass a bipartisan border bill. They had unprecedented levels of working with Republicans in order to be able to get immigration policy done in the past 30 years. So that's quite literally trying to get something done. The reason why that didn't happen is because Donald Trump called for people in Congress to undermine that very bill because he didn't want Democrats to get a win. He said, blame it on me if the border bill failed.
Okay. That makes more sense. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. Ask me something. I'm out of questions here.
Oh, I guess the point that I'm making there is that it seems like you agree with Kamala Harris's immigration policy more than you agree with Trump's immigration policy there. It's just that you've been fear-mongered into believing that Donald Trump's immigration policy represents you more because of the fact that he's trying to make you think that Democrats have some view that like they want open borders or they like wanted to allow millions of undocumented immigrants into the country.
Well, to an extent, yes. My views on that is if it's a double-edged sword, I guess. There's a gray area there, and we just can't find that area. And I feel like Trump's taking it to an extreme, or there's none at all. And I feel like if we had Kamala, then there would be no deportation whatsoever.
Kamala,
and we still get beginning.
You're lying. You said there'd be no deportation whatsoever.
There wasn't really in the last 4 years.
But one, she didn't have the authority to enforce that.
She was the vice president of America. She had plenty of authority.
No, she didn't. The only authority that she was granted was to raise private funds for Central American countries to reduce the likelihood of people coming here. But in terms of the immigration of the Biden administration, that was something that, again, we had to pass through the context of the legislation. Now, the reason why they didn't want to do it through executive right away is because that would get rid of the incentive for them to work together in order to be able to get legislation passed, which is what Donald Trump undermined. So if you voted for Kamala Harris, we would have got this passed because then it would have ensured that we have no impediment, right, of Donald Trump trying to prevent it from being passed, and we would have actually been able to get it done, and that would have secured the border, would have made the legal process go quicker, and it's not just short term like Donald Trump's executive order policy. It's long term. It's legislation.
Okay. See, man, I'm on here to learn, not so much argue with you, and I'm learning things right now. Thank you. There's a lot of things I was not as versed in, and that makes total sense, man. Thank you for that.
So
Next question, ask me something.
yeah, is there anything else that is there anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him and say that Kamala Harris is a preferable candidate, even from a Republican perspective?
Not necessarily. If I had to choose between, obviously, like, Trump painted a very good picture. That's known. He hasn't kept up a large deal of his promises. That's something that a lot of, whether you believe it or not, a lot of Republicans are very pissed with. But that doesn't make me want to vote blue because I guess Democrats they don't have a lot of policies that I support. Like for one, I don't support abortions. That's a big one for me.
Do you think it should be illegal?
No. There's
Oh,
some cases that I believe that are totally reasonable for it. But
no,
I mean,
but
just
do you think
people
it should be legal, like typically?
legal,
Legal or illegal?
illegal. I think there's certain, like I said, certain stipulations that would allow it. Yes, that makes sense. Like if you're things like that.
But like if in a typical circumstance, like if someone gets pregnant, there's no medical necessity, they weren't a, should they be able to get access to it?
No,
Okay. You think it should be illegal in that circumstance? Like they should go to jail if they get one.
you shouldn't be able to get one. It shouldn't be available to you. It's just like killing your kid
Should they go to jail if they get one?
on their own terms. Yeah.
On the long term, or sorry, what was that?
Sorry, on their own terms. Like if they did it themselves, I guess. Because if it weren't allowed, there's no really there shouldn't be any clinics you should go to and just get one.
You could just go to like a black market operation or try to do it yourself. So if
Exactly,
they did
that's
that,
murder.
would you say that's murder? And they should
Yes,
be put in
yes,
prison?
exactly, yes.
Oh, okay. So, but if you go to an abortionist, then it's not murder on your behalf. You don't go to jail.
What do you mean?
Like if you go to someone specifically who does the abortion for you, right? Then it's not you doing it under your view, and you think that that person shouldn't go to jail.
Person who did the procedure?
The one that had the procedure done on them.
Yes, I think they should go to jail for that. Yes, of course.
Even okay, so then you think that people who go and get abortions in typical should go to jail. If I paid for my girlfriend's abortion, should I go to jail?
I think you're a party to it. Yes.
Would you investigate miscarriages? Like if a pregnant individual has a miscarriage,
I think
do you think that we should be investigating that?
if that were a law, I think you'd have to hold it up for it to make total sense. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so like
'Cause
my
it's-
mom had a miscarriage. You think she should have been
Okay.
investigated?
No, I think it's wrong, but I think there's to uphold that law. Yes, I think you'd have to. There has to be some sort of investigation whether you're losing your baby. I
Into
guess.
every miscarriage. So my mom, when she had her miscarriage, she should have been investigated and questioned as a suspect.
No. There's a double-edged sword to that, man. No.
No, okay,
No.
so then she's not going to be investigated as a subject as a suspect, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if
let's
you
put
agree
it-
that they
let's put it-
shouldn't be investigated as a suspect, well, then my point would then be is could someone just get an abortion on their own terms, like and go and get an abortion like through the context of like a black market operation, and they could just claim it's a miscarriage?
Let me rephrase. If it was known that someone got an abortion, I think you should go to jail. I don't think you should be harassed if you had a miscarriage. That's a very sensitive topic.
Wait, but
for
like
some
if you
people.
claim that you have a miscarriage, right? Then how are you going to know the difference?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. I'm saying if it were. I'm saying if it were known about. If there were like I'm saying if there were clinics around that were illegal, just like drugs, man. If you can go buy drugs somewhere,
So then here's my
okay,
question: you just are going to cause abortions to be more
you
unsafe.
shouldn't have them in the first place. That's on.
I know you
that's
say
your-
that. If you want to actually prevent them from happening in the first place, well, then maybe you should support expanding access to contracept. Okay, well, you just gotta reason body exposure and behavior. That was for someone else. What the hell? I'm so confused. That wasn't even for you. I'm so confused. That was like that. I'm so confused. It was for a prior guest, I think, but like that didn't happen on the stream yet. I don't think so. Maybe should I hit a restart my life? Would you come back and when I hit a restart?
Of course, man.
All right, for sure. All right, I'll look for them. I'll bring them right back. If you don't want to deal with the restarts, everyone here on TikTok, I recommend just go over to my YouTube. Parker, get a job on YouTube. I'm gonna quick restart here on the TikTok. I'll be right back, everyone on TikTok. For YouTube, we're not leaving. We get to stay here. Don't worry. So weird. Why is it like that, bro? Why is it like that? It's really, really weird. Alrighty, let's get this started. Do give it a second, everyone. Do give it a second. Alrighty. If you're on YouTube again, hit that thumbs up, everyone. I'll buy TikTok for you, Parker. Please do. Please do. We need that. At this point, the bans are crazy here. They're crazy here. YouTube is goated. Yes. Alrighty, let's give it a second, everyone. Do give it a minute. Alrighty. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, everyone. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to run it up to, again, 100,000 likes if we possibly can. As quick as possible. We're going to do it so very quick. I tell you that, okay? We're going to wait for that person that was just up on the stream to come back and join the stream, and we're going to continue to debate them. Do give it a second for them to join. Alrighty. Parker Raid, that's true. By the way, Mark, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I do think that that's exactly what it was. Joe, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It is so crazy how they're obsessed with that. Yeah, they accuse us of it, and then it's just projection. That's what it is. Jasmine, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously. Tristan, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly, though. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is very true. Kirsten, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $3. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get yourself started. Get yourself comfortable with it. Keep doing it over and over again. Whatever works, keep doing that. That's the best advice I could give you. Let's get on to this next person, everybody. Rebel, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, they never bring that up. They never do bring that up. That's very true. As well as Ismail, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. True, that is so true. As well as Kilo, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Always. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And that's so sad. That's so sad. I hope that we can change that next administration. That's so horrible. As well as Carolyn, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $50. Thank you very much on PayPal. I really appreciate it. Thank you for just to see that wonderful smile that always warms my heart. Have a fantastic day, Parker. Well, thank you so much, Carolyn. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. As well as Jennifer, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate that, Jennifer. W's for Jennifer in the comment section as well. Alrighty, JT, continue on with what you were arguing.
Yes, sir. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna take a little different swing here. Just before we start, man, I didn't come here to argue. I came here to talk. I know you know that. I'm trying to be talking calm with you. What I think as a whole, as a country, man, I think everything's going to hell because everybody needs to be able to share political views in a calm, more professional manner. I think that all of us need to be able to talk about some things that are not being so sensitive, like what we're talking about now. And it shouldn't be an argument, it's a conversation. I guess the point is we need more unity, man. We need a lot more unity. Like I'm Republican, you're Democratic, man. We should be able to sit here and talk calmly about these situations and get to the bottom of them. I don't want everybody to, my views harm the U.S.
Okay, so do you think that we have more unity or less unity with Trump in office as opposed to Biden?
Oh, man, good question. That's a really good question. Honestly, less. If you want to be honest with you, there's a lot of Republicans who are very, very one-sided. There's a lot of Democrats who are one-sided, and so on and so forth. But I think under the Democratic, I guess, administration, there was more unity because I feel like Republicans speak up a lot less. I feel like Democrats use their voice. They use their free speech a lot more. In that aspect, yes, I think we're more unified under Democrats.
You think we're more unified under Democrats? Okay. So then, if you want more unification, you agree that Democrats cause more unification, then why wouldn't you say that would be a reason to support them if that's a main goal that you have?
Not directly. I hope I'm not taking a shot at anyone here. I feel like that Republicans are a little more, at least the ones that I know personally, I feel like they're a little more open to having these conversations like I'm having with you and getting to the bottom of things instead of not liking something. And it affects their direct life and they don't think about what happens to other people, I guess.
JT, can I just tell you something? I think it's that just Republicans are more likely to have that conversation with you. Not just more likely to have that conversation in general, just more likely to have that conversation with you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that Republicans overall are more likely to have that conversation. For example, I think they're significantly less likely to want to have a conversation with me about that.
Yes, no, no, of course. That's why I'm here,
Like,
man.
I don't have that many guest requests, even though there's still a lot of Trump supporters and conservatives
Mhm.
out there, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, okay, yeah. Good point, valid. At the end of the day, man, I think we just need to find the best party who supports both views and that doesn't sit on one side or the other. We need uh, we need somebody who supports both views and like just picks the right thing instead of getting votes. And that's my issue. I feel like a lot of Kamala's policies and what she was pushing
Kamala,
was to
yeah.
get votes. I'm sorry, I've
Well,
always
I think
preferred
that's any
Kamala.
politician is that they want to get votes with their
Yes,
policies, but
yes, exactly. Trump did the same thing and had a bunch of empty promises that I think a lot
But
of
but that doesn't
Republicans are pissed
necessarily
off.
mean that they were empty promises. Her saying that she wants to support certain policies for votes doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't believe, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a part of what she wants to do.
Okay.
Also, like we have to consider that in the context of Congress and in the context of how our system works, you have to
hmm
compromise to get things done,
hmm
right? So I do think it makes sense for them to do things that are going to be popular and represent the people. It makes sense. That's why we vote them into that position is to represent the people. Now they shouldn't be like a snake and like hold different views and be a fraud and go back on them like how Trump has. But like I don't think
hmm
Harris indicated that she just done that at all.
No, 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 no. I mean, as such as like so your more popular vote come for. I mean, in a respective way, the lower class. I think that taking money from billionaires, taxing billionaires a lot more. I mean, I think that's much more appealing to people who don't come from money or the middle class. Whatever you want to call it. That's an argument in itself. Is I also I don't think I think some CEOs like we got Bill Gates, we got Elon, people like that. They need to be taxed more. They shouldn't be evading taxes, but every wealthy person should not be punished for it. That's another argument I have. I know you're first on that, so I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, and what
That's
is that
something that
supposed to
seems
mean? What do you mean by every
okay.
wealthy person shouldn't be punished by that?
Um People make money the honest way. That there's a bunch of what people I know that don't evade taxes, and I feel like if you were to raising taxes on the more fortunate, so we can pay for illegal immigrants' health care, child care, SNAP. I think all of it's a bunch of bullshit. I think
Teenagers with young
I
jellyfish. That's not so that we can pay for undocumented immigrants. They don't qualify for any federal
they
benefit.
have they were being
No,
housed.
nope. Those are
Never.
state policies for asylum seekers who are legal immigrants.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna take your word on that because, like I said, I'm not as versed in all this as you are, man. Another one is I don't believe if you work hard. Like right now, I'm an 18-year-old who is struggling to make ends meet because of the way the economy is. Man, gas prices are expensive. I can't afford certain things. I pay taxes. I'm living very lowly, but there's under no circumstance do I want to take any dime from the government, man. I don't want any of that money because it's not coming from my pocket. I didn't make that money.
You already
That's not.
have.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you did public education, right?
No.
No? You use public roads, right?
Yes, that's where my taxes
You
go.
you use public infrastructure, right?
Yes.
So public funds went into things that you utilize, correct?
Yes, that is where taxes should be going. Exactly. I'm okay with that
Okay.
because that's what taxes were initially
So
made for.
would you be okay with taxes providing you access to healthcare to a greater extent, making it cheaper, more affordable for you?
I don't think it's um I don't think it's possible to do the right way. I don't think everybody benefits from that.
It is. So universal healthcare systems that exist all around the world, they have better average health outcomes. They spend nearly half as much per individual as what we do here in the United States.
Come again, sorry.
Yeah, they spend nearly half as much per individual as we do here in the United States, and they had a better average health outcomes.
Yes, no. There are plenty of benefits to that, and if that are possible, man, who doesn't want that? You know what I mean? Who doesn't want everyone to have free healthcare? And I mean, who
And
doesn't
for
want
it to be
healthcare?
less costly and for us to save money? Exactly.
Yes. No, exactly. But is it possible to do without taking more money out of other people's pockets? It's not.
Well, actually, we're going to be taking less money than the current private healthcare model is. That's what
How
I'm
do you
saying.
think?
It's going to save you money.
So you think that somebody sitting on their couch doesn't work a day in their life should be getting money from the government? Let's just put it cut and
Should
dry.
be getting universal basic services? Yes, every single person, regardless. And I think
Aside from
that,
healthcare,
and
aside from healthcare,
aside from healthcare, I mean, someone's not just going to get like a check just for sitting on the couch. No.
plenty of people do.
Unless if you have a disability, yeah. But that's not because they're sitting on the couch. It's because they're disabled and they can't work.
SNAP is one of those things. That's not a universal have to have.
Yeah, SNAP is to help people take care of children and families. Mostly children benefit from SNAP.
No, no, not at all.
You understand? Yes, it is actually. Look at most of the beneficiaries from SNAP
No,
are
of
inevitably
course,
children
of
because they
course, you get more
help
money when you have
children
dependents.
fund or they help parents fund food for their kids.
Yes, and how much of that money
And
do you
it's
think is
you
going
don't
to
get
dependents?
much.
You definitely do. I know people who have SNAP, and if I had SNAP today,
How much are they getting?
my $700-800 with one dependent.
For one dependent, are you in like a big city?
No,
You're not in a big city?
no, sir.
I would love to see a basis for that because most people who have one dependent are not getting anywhere near $700 a month.
I'm not trying to contradict what you said. I'm just saying I know someone who gets that exact amount and has one dependent. That's all I was saying. I'm just saying it's there. So I'm saying
I'm sorry, but I genuinely don't believe.
I understand. I'm going to put my right on the Bible. That's the truth. It's my my mother.
Okay, and she's only got one dependent, and she's getting. And you don't wait. You don't want your mom to get SNAP?
No, makes enough money.
Then why don't you just tell her to stop taking?
I have. I have.
Okay, and why doesn't she stop?
That's her choice.
That really that big of a deal to you?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
Okay.
I just meant, I think if you're willing and able to get out there and work, I mean, there's plenty of people to do it. If you're willing to work, you're willing to make the money, pay for your own food, pay for your own health care if you must. If I just think that it's created a bunch of a new generation of lazy people, and people are feeding off of the other government. I don't support it, man. Taxes are for one reason. Taxes are for public infrastructures, public roads, and public necessities, not your food, not your paycheck. Disability paychecks, half of them are fraud. You can go and say, I woke up having nightmares, and you can get a disability paycheck. It's very easy to do. It's very easy.
Okay. So I mean, wait. So you said it's easy to fraud
Yes.
the food stamps, and is that what you think your mom's doing?
No. She has a valid reason.
Okay.
As
So you say that this is like very
no,
like
she
wide.
had these.
Hold on, let me
She
address
had these.
this.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So you think it's widespread that there's fraud,
Yes.
and how widespread? Like what percentage fraud rate do you think there is?
2030.
20, 30? What's your source for that?
I don't have a source. I'm just that's a from what I've seen. That's just like I said, a guesstimate. Sorry.
Maybe you should look for something more than that because
More
you're
than
nowhere
likely,
near.
yes.
Like based on the fraud rates, let's take a look. For
Mhm.
what program you want? Food stamps?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And also, I just want to let you know the cuts that they did are also not what's it called? The cuts they did are not addressing fraud at all. I just want to let you know. So there's a national. Hold up. Well, it's not loading. What the? National payment error rate of 10.93%, meaning roughly 1 in 9 benefit dollars went to the wrong household or the wrong amount. That error rate is different from intentional fraud, which the government tracks separately. The most recent federal tracking study estimated 1.6% of SNAP benefits were illegally exchanged for cash.
Okay. That's not what
So
I'm.
that's that 1.6%.
That's not what I mean at all. Illegally, listen to yourself. Illegally exchange for cash. That's not what I mean at all. I mean getting it in general. You can use it for what it's supposed to be used for, and it can still be fraud. Okay, because you're not supposed to be getting it. My mother should not be getting it. She got it when she needed it, of course. Now, need, want, whatever you want to call it. I never thought it was a need. I think if you are willing,
Still, it's
able to
way
get
less
work,
than what you're saying. And the point
Yes,
that we're
those are-
making then
those
is
are-
that, like, if
tho-
you want to address that, you can pass a bill to try to address the level of fraud, but
Those
the
just
policies
are
that Trump
statistics
passed
and a
are
very
not to
small
address the
number.
fraud.
Come again. Sorry, I was talking.
Go ahead.
No, I said can you say it one more time?
Okay. So the level of fraud is less than you expected. And then also, like, if you want to go after the fraud, we can pass a bill to address it. But this bill doesn't address fraud at all.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. So your statistics don't mean anything. It's talking about how much of that was converted to cash. I mean, how many people get it that should not be getting it? He loves his mom, by the way. His mom, just funny.
Yeah, and
This is
what
the-
standards
this
do you
is
want to
so-
apply to
sorry,
restrict people from getting it?
No, I don't. No, I just think it's.
Wait, what
a bit of an
standards do you
issue
want to
for-
apply so that you can restrict people from getting it?
No, none at all, man. That's. Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight at all. That's my issue. I'm hearing this in the comments, man. I'm 18. I don't know anything. Sorry, I'm trying to address the comments real fast. I'm having a very calm conversation with you. I feel like, and this is the issue I'm running into at the moment. This is the issue going around the world right now. Is your comment? We can't sit here and have a normal conversation about different policies, different issues.
So we can't sit here and have a normal conversation when you're focused on the comments and not the conversation we're having. I think that's the problem, actually, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay. All right, Parker, you're a big part of the issue because you cannot see things two ways. You see things one way. Well, one way. One way. half of your entire social media has been built on having a tunnel vision, man. You need to start opening up your eyes and accepting different ideas, being more open-minded. There are 100 things. If you can go down the list with me right now of policies you support from, what would you say, Kamala Harris. What do you support? Give me one that you really support.
A policy of Kamala Harris's,
Go ahead. Yes.
the Inflation Reduction
Explain it
Act,
to me.
get the largest investment in renewable energy ever, and the $35 cap on insulin per month, and
Great.
$2,000 cap on pharmaceuticals for Medicare.
Great policy. Great policy. I'll give you one of Trump's that you don't support.
Say that one time.
Great. That's a great policy. I agree with you on that. I think I'd support that.
Okay, so then my question is, what tunnel vision do I have? You
That's
say I
right,
need to
that-
open my
that's-
eyes.
that's
What
where I
do
was
you mean
getting
by
at.
that?
That's what I was getting at. Give me one of Trump's that you don't support.
Give you a policy of Trump's that I what?
Don't support.
I don't support?
Yes.
The big beautiful bill?
All right. Which part?
The fact that it adds $3.4 trillion to the debt. Most of the taxes go to the rich and wealthy. It cuts 10 million people off their access to health insurance through Medicaid. 2.5 million people on average every single month off their access to food stamps, and over 420,000 kids off their access to free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month.
Okay. Do you know why I did that?
Do I know why he did that?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to shift the burden of taxation, because he imposed tariffs that disproportionately take from the lowest income Americans, and this disproportionately gives to the highest income Americans. So it's just shifting the burden of taxation.
So you believe that you have a better intuitive understanding on economics than Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. You really think you do?
100%.
Okay. Then why is he one of the most wealthy men in the world before he became president, and you're sitting here in a chair on a live stream?
Because I didn't inherit $400 million from my dad.
Okay.
I didn't get a $4 million accounting for inflation loan
What
to
did he
start
turn it
out my
into?
business with.
What did he turn it into? Billions. What did he turn it into? Billions.
He's
I
made
want a
most of
man-
his billions from the presidency.
He made billions before he was ever
He
president.
went from 2.3 billion to 6.5 billion as president the last 2 years.
Oh yes,
guy.
no, yeah, no, I seen that. I did see that. But you know what his salary is? What's his salary, Parker?
I wasn't handed everything to me, right? I
Right.
had a privileged upbringing, but like Trump literally was given $4 million accounting for inflation to start a business with. He inherited $400 million from his dad. If I did that, I would be a billionaire too. I'm sorry, that's not that complicated or crazy. He has 6 bankruptcies, my guy. He's not like this really great business person. Also, being a good business person does not mean you understand economics. Like those are different things. Like you can be very good at running a business within that specific industry and then not understand how broader economic trends work, economic analysis, and things like that. Like those are
You
just
think-
different fields.
You think Kamala Harris has a better understanding of economics than he does?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Without a doubt in my mind.
I voted for Trump.
He said
I
that
think-
tariffs are paid by the foreign countries. All right, a Kiel Institute study came out and said 96% of tariffs are paid by the U.S., mostly paid by consumers in the U.S. A Federal Reserve report came out and said that we'd be below pre-pandemic levels of inflation if Donald Trump never imposed the tariffs in the first place. Kamala Harris said that this was going to happen, and guess what? It happened.
Okay. What was she gonna do about it?
What am I going
To
to do about it?
fix-
I'm calling it out right now so that we can get candidates to be against Trump.
I said, what was she going to do about it to fix what Biden had done, what he left Trump? Because it wasn't any better than it is right now.
It is. Yeah, no, it's worse off right now. 3.8% year over year inflation right now. That's more than what it was when Biden left.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. It's not much better. I'm saying he already kind of ruined it. Him and Kamala didn't do a very good job of keeping our economy.
It was getting better. I told you again, if you never imposed tariffs in the first place, we'd be below pre-pandemic levels of inflation right now. So it was already on a trend towards that way when Biden was in office.
You still support Biden? You still think that his policies were good? I'm just asking that question very, 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 very white and black. You think he was a good president?
Better than Trump, yeah.
He was not there half the time.
And yet he's still better than Trump?
No, he's not.
Yes,
tell
he
me why
was.
you
He got
think
more.
that.
He got significantly more legislation passed. He got people to work together. He commanded respect amongst our allies all around the world. What are
He
you
got people to work
talking about,
together.
bro?
He got people to work together. The only reason that anybody ever works together, back to my issue on unity, is the only time that we've had people marching in the streets, destroying buildings, is when Democrats don't like something they got. Did you hear of any upbringing during his presidency at all? Anything from a Republican Party? Just a big issue, like marching the streets, screaming Black Lives Matter or whatever. No?
January 6th, where Donald Trump pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers, and he called them patriots? You remember that?
This year or last year?
What do you mean this year or last year? This was
Wait,
2021.
who did he pardon?
When he pardoned them in 2025. He pardoned all the violent rioters who beat police officers, every single one of them, including DJ Rodriguez, who drove a stun gun to the neck of Officer Finesse.
You realize these were BLM protesters, right? Are you talking about the?
On January 6th?
Yes. Give me some context, not just a date.
BLM? You think the January 6th violent rioters
That's
were
why
BLM
I'm
protesters?
That's why I'm asking you. Give me context.
Are
not
you
just a date.
trolling?
You're literally you're talking about January 6th.
What do
like
you mean?
it's a fucking-
What context? Do you not know what happened on January 6th, 2021?
No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I don't keep dates. I don't keep dates, bud.
Yeah, Donald Trump was saying the election was rigged and was telling a group of people to go fight like hell and take back the country from those that stole it from him.
Go and fight like hell. Pull that up for me real quick. I think you're talking about BBC news tweet that was photoshopped and did not use his exact words. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. I want you to pull that up for us where he said that.
You are 18, right?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Pull that up. Pull it up where he said that real quick. Do it for me. Exactly what he said verbatim.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Are you going to be like, oh, he said peacefully protest? Actually, is that what you're going to do?
No, I know he didn't say that, but he did not say. I seen a
He didn't say fight like hell?
Fight like hell. He doesn't mean fight the police officers.
Wait, I'm just saying, like, in this statement, I'm not saying that the point I'm making is that he told people to go to the Capitol. And then when they went to the Capitol, they the police officers. Listen.
He didn't tell people to hit a police
So
officer.
then why did he pardon the people who...
That's
So then
the whole issue.
explain why he pardoned the people who police officers.
Oh no, I can't explain that. I
So
don't
if he
believe
didn't want violence on that day, why did he pardon them?
like I said, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, so then
I don't agree
so
with
then
that.
the point that I'm making is that like the original statement I wasn't saying was indicative that he was saying go commit violence. What's indicative
that's
of
how you
him
portrayed it.
being okay with the violence
When
is...
you're talking about his tweet saying go fight like hell.
Yeah, if you'd like to
implying
listen
that
to my
should be-
full statement, you'd be able to understand.
I did. This is the issue we run into every time anybody gets on here. They can't speak with you without you being a smartass. No one wants to talk to you unless you're going to be a smartass. Just have a calm, collected conversation.
That's
the
what I was
issue.
doing, and you just cut me off.
You were an asshole, but I didn't mean to cut you off. Be rude, man.
You didn't mean to... What?
I
Go
wasn't
ahead.
trying to be-
How was I an asshole about it?
I wasn't trying to be rude and cut you off. I apologize.
Make your point.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry.
It's okay. It's already happened. Go ahead.
I don't think that his tweet was meant to incite violence. I don't think that's what he. You agree with that? Just yes or no?
This was not a tweet. This was him speaking. It was...
Okay, sorry. Okay. Well, do you think he was trying to imply go and fight a police?
I don't think it necessarily entails that.
Do you think that's what he wanted?
Can I explain my view?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I don't think that the original statement in of itself alone would be enough to say that Trump wanted to incite violence at the Capitol. I think that what indicates that Donald Trump wanted violence on that day is the fact that he pardoned the violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots. So the point that I was making with him saying, go to fight like hell and take back the country from those that stole it from you, is that he told people to go to the Capitol. Then they went to the Capitol, they took it over, right? They broke in with riot shields, they took it over, and they went in and like smeared shit on the walls and were taking pictures in the different rooms and sitting on everything, destroying things and whatnot. Through all of that, right, Donald Trump pardoned the people who committed the violence on that day. Okay, knowingly. He knowingly pardoned those people. Got rid of the entire charges on the record.
I don't agree with that. Let's clear there. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's wrong. I think it's stupid. I think that makes him look awful. Okay, he's done many things like that. But at the end of the day, you think that election was totally legit. Totally legit. You do.
Absolutely. Do you think the 2020 election was stolen?
I do. Yes.
Okay. And what evidence do you have for that?
Joe Biden housing illegal immigrants and bringing them. That's why the borders were flooded, dude. That's why people were brought in.
Undocumented immigrants cannot vote.
They can. That's why you're fighting for them not to have to show ID.
And also in 2020, I just want to let you know that was before Biden was even in office.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
How did they funnel people in before Biden was even in office?
I'm talking about this election. They tried to rig this election. That's what I'm saying.
So they failed. So they tried to rig it in 2024.
Yes,
they just failed.
This one, yes.
Okay, so I'm asking in 2020, why do you think the 2020 election was rigged? And by the way, they did it when Trump was in office, and they could rig it, and they got away with it. But when Harris and Biden were in office, then they couldn't do it apparently.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think in 2024, I'm skipping 2020 because you got a valid point there. I'll give you that one. You're right. I don't have any evidence sitting right in front of me, but I can sit here and tell you as to why the election was rigged. I can't tell you that and sound smart about it. And I sound stupid if I talk about that. But 2024, I think it was attempted. I think if anybody voted for Kamala Harris in their right mind, you're just not very smart. She has no understanding of how to run the damn country. She was a attorney. She was an attorney. You want somebody like her running the country. That's when I see that very point blank. You wanted Kamala Harris run the country more than Donald Trump because of a number of reasons.
I think she has a better understanding of running the country. Like, can you give me any examples of how Trump is preferable at running the country or knows more? Like, how are we better off?
He's not for one, he doesn't have dementia. Okay, for one, he's strong.
You said he doesn't have dementia? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
do you think Kamala Harris has dementia?
No, it's a shot at Joe Biden, which you guys voted in.
Okay, well, one, that's not been diagnosed with Joe Biden. Two, there's a better argument for saying that's applicable to Trump.
How? Yeah, in what way?
Yeah, he said that he drinks Diet Coke because it kills grass, which means he thinks it kills cancer. He specifically has said windmills are causing whales to die never seen before. He said that if Jesus were the vote counter in California, that he would have won the vote against Joe Biden. He looked up an eclipse twice with his bare eyes, right? I can bring up the fact that he said we should nuke hurricanes to fight them.
Okay.
We could look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19.
Can you take a second? You just said, one of your points just said he looked at the lunar eclipse twice with his bare eyes. Are you fucking okay? You're going to use that as an argument at point? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And who just said he can't even walk in a straight line? This dude's tripping up the steps going on a plane.
Hey, dude, when you're president of the United States and you have scientists around you that have told you, do not look up at the eclipse. It can harm your eyes. Don't do it. Use these protective glasses. And you still do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, solar. Did you say lunar? Solar. Solar eclipse. When you look up at a solar eclipse and they've been telling you not to do that the whole day, right? And you still do it? Yeah, I'm going to think that's going to be evident of you not being cognitively aware enough.
This is the issue.
You just got a violation for civic and election integrity.